What's up, y'all? Welcome to the 5th edition of the Socially Distant Podcast with Geeb and Josh. Today we got a very special episode for y'all. As usual, we got a special guest, CEO of Start Now Consulting, my man Kyree. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Been a long time.
Yeah, bro, real rap. Since the three
Yeah,
of us speaking to each other, yeah, bro, it's been a while.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, so tell us a little bit about yourself, bro, before we get started with the episode.
it's not much to it. I'm a pretty simple dude, but live in Wallingford media area. Went to Strathaven, played basketball with Josh in the drought.
And the drought,
And
facts, forgot
how
about
long
that.
we know each other? Ragib since what, sixth grade?
Yeah, 6th grade.
Sixth grade. So now I go to Westchester. I'm a senior at Westchester. I study computer science. And I own two businesses now. So
That's
doing
what's
pretty
up.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, so we gonna get into the episode today. We're gonna do our weekly coronavirus, and then we're gonna get into our interview with Kyree, because Kyree really out here doing some good things, some uplifting, inspiring things out here, and definitely wanted to talk to him about that. So we could let Josh take it away with the weekly corona.
All right. So this week for Weekly Corona, we got pushed back to the 8th, I think, that we got to stay in quarantine. And like it just keep getting pushed back every day. Like we just keep doing what we're doing and we'll get out of here. Like just try to like stay informed on the right things. Like I saw that Trump was saying like you gotta drink cleaning products and inject them Johns and shit like that, and people getting sick, yo. Like that's you just listen to the right shit. Like that don't even sound right. So
I mean, honestly, at this point, if you actually take that into consideration, like you just a dickhead, because
super dickhead, bro.
why do that even sound proper to somebody? And then he out here trying to say he wasn't talking to who he was talking to, when we all saw he was talking to who he was talking to.
Yeah, exactly.
But just like I said, I always say it, just stay in the house, follow the directions, bro. That's really all this is simple directions, bro. Kyree, man, how your quarantine been, bro? What's your experience been like?
For me, quarantine's been good. Like I've been able to focus a lot on myself. I feel like when I was like before quarantine, I was kind of doing a lot of things that were like I don't know, just kind of I was kind of everywhere, but I kind of just took quarantine to be able to just focus in on like what's important
Yeah,
with no external distractions.
yeah, for sure. You was stepping outside yourself a little bit, bro.
Yeah, I was in my bag for a little bit, man. The quarantine kind
Yeah,
of
for sure.
hard to get back
I
in.
know how that. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could say that this has given us time to put a lot of things into perspective about, like, definitely what's important in our lives and how we got to prioritize certain things.
Yeah.
So I think once you get to that point, like, you realize it's really not that bad, outside of the fact that we can't move the way we usually do, but it
Yeah.
is what it is.
It was just a big ass reset button, bro, and just made you like
Yeah,
get priorities straight, bro.
it's definitely a big reset button, because I know me personally, I know, like, I really wanted to start a podcast for the longest time, but like I never really had time to do it. I always had like something else to do, but I really think that this helped me like hone on to my passion, and, what I'm saying, work on this craft, because I do feel like this has helped me learn more about it and get better with it, and start to grow it.
It's
You
definitely
know?
like it made it for me where it's like it's a lot of stuff that I wanted to do throughout the school year, and I will always make like excuses like I didn't have the time, or I would be out partying or I would be out with people, and now it's like I can't use any of that as an excuse to not get stuff done. So like it's almost like forcing me to basically to be productive, which is
Exactly.
Yeah, real rap. It's like now you really don't have an excuse to not
Do the
try
shit.
something that you want to try, or
Yeah.
cross something off your list. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have anything but time. Like, we got a full 24 hours now to ourselves.
Real shit though.
facts.
Yeah, bro. So we gonna get into this interview, bro, and start with these little questions that we got prepared for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start it off. So what is Start Now, bro? Tell us about the concept.
So Start Now Consulting is a consulting firm, right? I don't know if you guys ever heard of the GEM, but that stands for the Global Entrepreneurial Activity Monitor. And basically, I was just kind of reading their report from a couple years ago, and I looked at one of the graphs, and it's this thing called the TEA, which is the total early entrepreneurial activity rate. And then there's also like the established business rate. And in the graph, you can see that like the total entrepreneurial activity was really high, but the actual established business rate was really low. So basically, Start Now Consulting is trying to bridge that gap and make it more accessible and give people the resources that they need to be able to just start their own business, kind of without going through a lot of the hassle and different things like that. Like you can come to Start Now Consulting and we'll do all the business research that you need, your market analysis, we'll build your website, we'll put you in contact with all the right people. If you need real estate, we'll figure out, we do all of the research basically for you to start your own business and then package it up and give it to you in a nice file for you to read it. And then we take you through the process.
So after you read this report and everything like that and kind of started to form the idea, when did you actually start putting the plan into motion? And how old is this project that you've been working on?
Probably a few months. Old. So my mom actually wanted to start her own business, and that's actually still in the process right now. But my mom wants to start. She wants to start like a healthcare facility for the elderly. And when you start a business like that, it's a lot of different factors that come into play. Like you have to be a certain amount away from the emergency room. The zoning for that type of real estate. The amount of floors that have to be in that type of building for elderly people. What people qualify for disability, what people qualify for, different governmental things. And my mom, she has me and my little sister. She has a house that she's taking care of, and she has a full-time job as a nurse. So she didn't really have the time to do all of the research that it took for her to start the business. So she would ask me to do a lot of it. So once I started doing that, I was like, I kind of like doing this. Like I'm learning stuff. I'm helping build a business. It helps me be able to like dip my feet in a whole bunch of different projects. So she had me on her project for a while, and then after that, I was like, I like doing this. I might as well just charge people to do this, and I know how to build websites. Like that's really all you need to start a business right now is the research, which takes the most amount of time, and then the website, and then after that is just marketing. So probably a couple of weeks after my mom put me on that project, I started making my own business.
So, do you want to tell us about your team that you have for this for your business?
So right now on my team, it's me. There's a person, my man Travis. He's kind of like my advisor, like my main advisor. But at the moment, it's really just us two. So I mean, it's a grind. Like I make the websites. I put together all of the plans, and then it's really just research at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's basically research, and I know how to do the websites already. So that's kind of like a strength and a weakness is that I don't really need that large of a team. And a consulting firm is like a low initial investment. You know what I'm saying? Really all I had to pay for to start my online business was my website, my domain name, my LLC license. I just got my trademark license a couple of weeks ago. So that's really all I had to pay for. So I've already like broke even. But yeah, the team is really just me.
Yeah, so take us through that process a little bit of the steps you took to really start and legitimize your business. Because I really don't think that a lot of people realize that it is steps you got to take, and you can't really like skip anything. You got to do it the right way.
Right. So I guess first, my first thing that I like to do when I start any business is I try to start an online presence. So like obviously you have to make your Instagram, you got to make your Twitter, you got to make your Facebook and all that stuff so you can set yourself up to do the right marketing. So that was first. And then I built my website. So after I built my website, I put it on my Instagram. And then after I did that, I kind of waited to see, I did a little bit of marketing. And then once I got a few like solid clients, then I was like, all right, I think it's best for me to take the next step. So the way I see it is like everything is an investment, but I don't want to make rush investments. So I always have like a goal that I set for myself first. And then I say, all right, once I reach this goal, then I'll make this next investment into my business. So I made my website and then I got like 2 or 3 clients, right? Finished those clients. And I said to myself, all right, when I'm finished these clients, I'm going to get my LLC license and actually legitimize my business. So I got my LLC license, which made me, seem more credible. It's crazy because anybody can have their LLC for a business, and you can be one business can be better than the other, but if the other one has their LLC license, it just makes that business seem more credible. And it's crazy because just me saying I have my LLC, it started to drive more clients for me. So I got a couple more clients, finished those clients, and I was like, all right, this is actually getting kind of like, I'm getting a lot of traffic, so I don't want anybody to steal my name. So I was like, I need to get my name and my stuff trademarked. So I did my trademark and my license for that, and that actually takes a really long time. It takes like three months for that to get actually approved. But I filed probably 2 weeks ago.
Congrats, bro. Congrats, bro.
Thank you.
That's real shit, bro. So what's the hardest thing you had to overcome so far, you think?
Like with business or just in general?
With your business.
With business is definitely getting clients because I'm such a new company, I don't really have a whole lot of credibility yet. So it's like people don't want to really pay money to the unknown. You know what I'm saying? It's like people kind of are scared to pay me because I don't really have like a reputation yet.
Yeah, for sure. Tell us about the kind of skill set it takes to, own a business, and like a little bit about the skills that you have yourself.
So I guess for me, it's like, my biggest thing about myself is I would say that I'm a pretty like disciplined individual. So it's like the goals that I was just telling you about, like it took a lot out of me to be like I had the money to get my LLC and everything like that. And I wanted it, you know what I'm saying? But part of it was I like to make sure that I wait and follow my plans. You know what I'm saying? So that, and I feel like with any business you start, like for me, a major part of my business, I'm actually on 2 clients now for web development. And I told you I study computer science. So it's like, that was kind of a skill that I already had that I was able to monetize. So if you're going to start a business, I would recommend starting a business in something that you're already kind of good at. So, and then all there is to learn is like the business aspect of it and not the actual skill part of it.
So let's get into the ebook that you had. You had the 3 steps of how to become, what was it called? Important business?
3 steps to starting your own business from scratch.
There you go. So, right. What was the most important thing from the reading? Both me and Gabe were reading it before we got an interview with you. But what was the most important thing you think from there?
The most important thing for me was make sure you go all the way to the bottom and see that start now does all of those things for you if you need it done. But aside from that, is definitely I wanted to really like make an emphasis on how important business research really is, because like if you don't do the right research for your business, it's going to fail. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you don't really know your industry inside and out, it's going to fail. If you don't know what the marketing trends are in your industry, is going to fail. If you don't understand exactly what you're doing before you start and have a devised plan, like you don't really have anything to work with or base your progress off of.
So would you say like that's the reason why businesses fail, that research aspect of it?
That and funding.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say
what I really liked about the ebook, sorry to cut you off, I really think that you made it very easy to understand, put it in layman's terms, because I read a lot of articles about stuff about business and stuff like that just to, stay sharp or whatever. And it's kind of hard to understand if like you don't have a certain level of knowledge. And I really feel like you condense everything to its core components to what you really just need to know. And then you had the dictionary at the bottom. You know what I mean? So it's a very easy read. It's nothing hard. I think that's a very good place to start.
To cut you off real quick, I don't know a single thing about business, and I like from your reading the ebook, like I felt like I knew something after I was like done reading that. Like,
Yeah, I
honestly.
mean, that's kind of how I felt. Like before I started my business, I didn't really know a whole lot about business either. You know what I'm saying? Aside from handling the business aspects of what my mom was trying to start, but like before I started my business, there was things that I kind of learned. Like I was in, you know how you'll go on Instagram and it'll be like an ebook, right? And it'll say, or it'll be some like rich dude that pops up with like a Porsche or a Ferrari, and they like, if you want to learn how to do this, swipe up
Yeah.
or click the link. So like I would click, right? And then I would it would really end up being like a waste of my time because I would click on it or whatever, trying to figure out whatever skill they was trying to tell me to do. And then at the end of it, it was just them basically trying to sell me their product. So I wanted to make sure that whenever I made my ebook or whatever, I put my content out, that like people were actually going to get value out of it.
That was my next question. That's for you. The Instagram get rich schemes. Like, how do you feel about them? But you said you definitely touched on it.
But so y'all got my ebook, both of y'all did, right? So y'all also have access to my blog that's on my website. And I actually just dropped an article last week about Instagram schemes, bro. Like, you're not gonna get rich off of Instagram. Like it's just such a rarity that happens that instead of trying your luck, you might as well take that energy and that time and put it into something that's actually authentic and genuine.
Yeah, because the only people that's really getting bread off of Instagram is bitches with fat asses.
Exactly. OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
So what
But,
do you? You got something to keep going?
Yeah, I was just gonna add that I think that ebook, your ebook, is like, I think that it would be a good place to start as if you in college and like you in an entrepreneurship, like 100-level entrepreneurship class, because I think that that's really yours just laid a great foundation for being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, that was
I
definitely.
just wanted to say that to you.
So what is your like upcoming plans with this, I guess?
Ooh, that's a touchy subject. So I have actually I definitely have plans to like expand my brand. So I guess I can tell y'all to I don't want to get into it a lot, but I have an app coming out for my business. That should be out within the next year. That's kind of what a lot of my time has been dedicated to is I'm in the planning phase of building that app right now. I'm not going to really tell what it's going to be because I still have to get it patented and everything like that. But that it'll basically be a way for people to automatically create businesses with the touch of a button. But I'm not going to go through the ins and outs of it and everything like that. And then I guess I want to basically just keep doing what I'm doing. I kind of have these goals that I've set for myself for like when I'm finishing up on a client, try to get 2 more clients. So like I'll do 2 clients, and then when I'm finishing up off my second client, which I am right now, I'm gonna, you'll see that my marketing kind of starts to go up a little bit more, because I'm going to be trying to land 2 more clients because I've kind of like calculated how much I can make off of 2 clients, and that's enough to be able to kind of be where I want to be with my business right now. But definitely just kind of scale it, keep working on the app, put out a couple more ebooks, and then build my personal brand a little bit more as well.
So, what are some of the biggest misconceptions you would say are about owning your own business?
Biggest misconceptions about owning it. A lot of people think that like this kind of goes back to the Instagram stuff too. Is like Instagram makes everything seem so like glitzy. You know what I'm saying? Like Instagram kind of makes everything seem like the Instagram only shows you the end results and not necessarily what you had to do in order to get there. So like for me, like a lot of people probably think starting your own business is like a lot of money coming in all the time. The money really fluctuates. It's like if I'm on 4 clients at one time, then it's like, yeah, I'm getting paid. But you go through weeks, months when you don't really have any clients, and all you can really do at that time is just that time just shows you, all right, this is what I need to do better with my business. So it's definitely like a roller coaster financially. It's an emotional roller coaster. Like for me to put that ebook out, is outgoing as a guy, as like that I am for real. The ebook, putting that out was kind of like that. Like I'm really putting my writing out to the world. So it was like, it kind of took emotionally and mentally me to be able to, like the ebook was done for a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Before I put it out. But you know, you start thinking about like, oh, what's so and so going to think? What they going to think about it? Blah blah blah. And then you just get to a point where you be like, I don't really care what they think because I'm doing it for me. So like that part of it, the emotional part of it too, and like my mom and my parents and things like that. Like sometimes I focus a little bit more on my business than I focus on school. And so like when my mom sees that, or my mom asks me what I'm doing, I'm like, I'm just trying to get this thing done for my business. I'm just trying to, you know, build this app for my business. She'd be like, well, where your schoolwork at? Why you ain't doing no schoolwork? I'll be like, I'm gonna do that later. I'm gonna do that later. I'm trying to do my business right now. So balancing school and the business definitely has been hard because I feel like I've kind of found like my purpose. So now that I feel like I've found that, everything else is kind of just like everything else kind of just get like pushed to the side. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would probably say.
Yeah, I mean, with that, like, obviously, school is important and whatnot, but I would say that school is only just a portion of what we do, and you know, it's only going to last a certain amount of time. But this is like, I would say, this is your legacy. You know what I mean? For
Right.
lack of better term, like this is what you're going to leave behind, and I think you should be putting the time into your platform that you want people to see. So you put your best foot forward with this, then the sky's the limit. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And you knew me since sixth grade, bro. I always hated school.
Yeah, bro. Real
I don't even like
shit.
going to school,
Don't
bro.
we all, bro? So like compared to your competitors, how much what's the cost of your service like of your services?
So the cost of my services are very affordable. And I actually made it a point to like when I was planning this whole thing out, is I understand that my target audience is going to be college students for the most part. You know what I'm saying? People kind of in their early to mid 20s to their early 30s. So you know, just because I know that audience, I understand that that audience doesn't really have, you know, a lot of the funds and everything like that for them to be able to get these type of services done by like a big time company. So yeah, my services are like are very affordable.
So how do you stay motivated in your business? You know what I mean? Like I know like sometimes, you know, it could be discouraging when things aren't on a high point. So how would you what are some advice to people to stay motivated as grow like as far as growing their business?
Advice for people to stay motivated. I would say like it is as artificial and superficial as it might sound, bro. Like I like nice stuff, bro. Like I like nice cars. I like nice women. I like, you know, I like nice houses. You know what I'm saying? I like that type of stuff, bro. So like that's just how I feel. So that's the first thing that keep me motivated is like I kind of have in my mind like a lifestyle that I want to live at some point in my life. So I'm using my passion as an avenue or as a vehicle to chase, you know, to chase those dreams. And then it's like my mom, she works really, really hard. So I want to be able to put myself in a position where um my mom, mind you, is like already an established woman, doesn't like need help or anything like that. But I definitely want to put myself in a position where one day I can kind of just give back to her in abundance. Um, you know, I know I'm gonna have probably kids one day, you know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to have you know, a business that I'll be able to give to them, like a family business, you know, that my kids can fall back on if they, you know, take longer than it took for me to be able to find my own passion in my life and everything like that. And then also like people from my past, man, that's kind of one of my big ones too, is like proving people wrong. Like y'all knew me in high school, bro. Like who would have thought, you know what I'm saying? Who would have thought Kyree would be doing something like this in high school, bro? Nobody. So
No,
bro,
yeah, bro.
nobody, bro. So like
No, I definitely hear you.
this one's
Um, so I know I got one more question for you. Other than Start Now, like you did mention that you had another business. So just tell us about some of the other things that you're doing, because I know you're a smart guy, so I know you gotta diversify your revenue streams.
yeah, definitely. So the next business the business that I actually am in the process of starting right now is called Christian Rich. You know my friend Christian, right? I don't know if Josh know, but I think you do, Raggy. My man
I
Chris from West Philly.
yeah.
Yeah, so me and him are basically starting. We don't really even know what to call it yet. It's gonna be like a clothing line, but we also gonna sell like cologne. We gonna be selling all natural products for like men's self care.
Lifestyle brand.
Yeah, lifestyle brand. That's what you can call it. You know what? I'm gonna take that, man. I didn't know that's what it was called, a lifestyle brand. But yeah, basically we doing that as a way to be kind of advocates for like self care for men, because I feel like a lot of men these days don't really have uh like an avenue. Like self care for me, it seemed like it only apply to women. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's only a women's sort of thing. And I think that's a lot of reason why a lot of men that I talk to are like depressed and stuff like that, is because for so long in our lives, us as men, we've been taught that we have to do everything for everybody else. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's kind of the basis of what that brand is going to be about. And it's going to be all natural products, t-shirts, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, bro. I think that self-care is especially important for black men too, importantly, because I feel like as black men, we kind of taught to just, be hard all the time, like no feelings, no emotion, bro. Like we can't, you know what I'm saying, take time to really like feel our feelings, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. We're not told that we need to understand ourselves, bro. Like all our lives, we're told that we have to understand everybody else. We got like, and I'm not saying any of this stuff is bad, but like
No, not at all.
you're taught from a young age, bro, that like, think about this right here, right? How many times, like, y'all, did y'all mom ever tell y'all that you need to stand on the side of the street when you're with a girl? You need to stand on the side of the street that the cars is
Yep.
coming. Bro,
Yep.
why would I want to get hit? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make any sense, bro. Like that's real. Like, and bro, it's been girls that I've been out with before that like, if I don't stand on the side of the street, like they'll really make a comment like, "You're not standing on that side of the street," and I'm like, "Well, I don't want to get hit by the car." So like, I just met you. Like this is our first date, and you think I'm a risk a car jumping over for me?
No,
I feel you.
I definitely feel you,
done?
bro.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done with my questions.
I just to end the interview, I just want to ask, like, what's your one advice to any people that want to do what you do?
Start now. That's where the brand name came from, is like start now. That was a big connection that I had to make for myself, is like I had all of these plans that were in my head, and I was like, I got to a point where I was thinking too much, where I was, and I don't know if y'all follow, his name is Don, they call him the pastor of business, the boy who got Jumpin' Jack Tax Company. But he basically introduced me to this term called analysis paralysis. And that's basically when you spend so much time thinking on something or thinking about your plans and everything like that, that you never actually take action. So that's really the only advice that I would give anybody. Like you can go on YouTube all you want and learn about the business. You can, and then definitely do your research, you know what I'm saying? But it comes to a point where the only learning that you're going to get is from actually doing it and actually, you know, going through the experience. So just start now.
Yeah, bro.
Great
I wanted to thank you, you know what I'm saying, for taking the time out your day to come on and, really like promote your business. Cause I do think that that's an important thing, is like finding somewhere to start and having people to help you, you know what I'm saying, on the ground, because a lot of people don't have that.
Right. Yeah, no problem, bro.
And I do want you to come back on when you get ready to launch the lifestyle brand, because I think that's something that's important, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really my big thing, is that's actually what I wanted. I wanted to start that first before I did start now consulting, but like the situation with my mom and everything like that kind of made me be able to focus on this a little bit more. But I think that my real passion is like being an advocate for men, especially for Black men, about like self-care and understanding yourself and discipline and understanding how to interact with women and different things like that.
All right, for sure, bro. So now, we're gonna take a little bit of time, bro. I know you came here to talk about your business and everything like that, but we did want to talk some shit with you too, bro.
Okay.
We wanted to kick it a little bit.
Don't get me in trouble, man.
No, bro. We're not going DJ Vlad you.
You want to talk about it? You want to
you could bring up your scenario, bro. We could play pick your poison first.
We play Pick Your Poison first? All right. We can play that first. All right, let me find it real quick.
Well, what's the rule for this game?
It's
So basically, some dude on Twitter was like posting scenarios and like asking like, what would you rather do? So it's pick your poison,
All right,
and it was like some wild ass scenarios.
all right.
I had one too, but we're gonna do pick your poison first because mine a little more serious.
All right, so bring a sex doll wherever you go, or drop kick your newborn baby nephew.
Newborn baby nephew?
Yeah.
Sex doll?
Which one you picking, yo?
So do I get to ask questions, or I gotta just pick?
If you pick one, you gotta pick your poison. You gotta pick one side.
The nephew gotta go.
Yeah, bro. I might have to just drop. It don't say how hard you gotta drop kick your nephew either.
It don't say how hard I have to drop kick my nephew. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, the nephew gotta go.
I'm not about to be looking crazy. Like, imagine like going in the Barnes, bro, and you just see a nigga with a sex doll, bro.
Yeah, no, I gotta do the nephew, man. I can't. I got a brand I gotta protect, man. I got an image I gotta protect.
Hey, sorry, Neff.
All right, next one. Make dinosaur noises when you come, or never have sex again.
Oh, the dinosaur joint, easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the dinosaur noises because like niggas be doing I do weird shit anyway when I'm like I do make a sound like so it don't even matter, bro.
Bro, I'll probably do the dinosaur joint anyway, just cause like I'm goofy like that. Like
real shit. No, real shit.
My girl, bro, like I'm just goofy like that. I probably really do it just to make her mad. Like
some Jurassic Park type shit.
Moment.
All right, next one. Smash your pinky finger with a hammer, or take 2 shots of bleach.
Damn.
I'm probably taking 2 shots of bleach. People in New York are already doing that shit.
I just don't know. I'll probably do the pinky with the hammer, Joe.
Damn.
Yeah,
I might do the pinky with the hammer. Cause
I've slammed my fingers in car doors before, so I kind of already know how that feels. But I don't know how bleach is gonna affect my body.
Yeah, bro. Like you could either die or just catch some real like poisoning, bro. Like I don't want to go through either of that, bro. I'd rather just have some like finger pain than like my stomach and my body just feeling weird as shit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all. It's only a shot, bro. It's probably like this much.
2 shots.
You don't know how the shot is gonna affect you, bro. You don't know how the shot is gonna affect you, bro.
All right. Next one. Get a tattoo of your most recent ex's face and initials, or shoot yourself in the foot.
Bro, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. I might shoot myself in the foot. I'll never get LH tatted on me, nigga. What the fuck?
Bro, keep it a meme. I would do the initials, but I wouldn't do the face.
The face is what's wild, right?
It threw me off, bro. Because my ex, bro, all of my exes is thorough for real. Like I don't have no for real problems with any of my exes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll probably shoot myself in the foot though if I had to get the face.
The face is what threw me off, bro. Because you could just say the initials, like the initials mean like something else, but you could cap about the initials. But the face, though, bro,
not the face.
Ever the face, bro.
All right. Call your parents every single time you're about to have sex and ask for permission, or being unable to have sex without getting pregnant or getting someone pregnant.
I gotta call both parents.
Probably just one.
I'll call my parents.
Call your parents.
I'll definitely call my pop.
Yeah, I'll call my pop. I'll call my mom too, but it really depends on the situation because moms ask too many questions.
Definitely ask too many. I just need you to say yes, mom. And
yo, do you know how crazy? You know how crazy that would sound? Yo, I'm about to have sex. That's cool with y'all? Like that's really like the craziest thing you could ask, bro.
Yeah, my mom would get tired of it. She'd be like, "Boy, go ahead."
Stop calling my damn phone with that bullshit.
All right. Accidentally murder your best friend or have your firstborn child grow up and be a terrorist.
Accidentally murder have my child be a terrorist.
Have your first child be a terrorist?
Yeah.
That's crazy. But like if you look at the math, right? You just sacrificing one person for the greater good of a million people. But then again, I don't really know them people.
All right, well, think about it this way. My son is black. My first child gonna be black. So like, if my son got a gun, terrorist or not, he probably gonna get killed anyway. That's the first thing. If my son is out terrorizing the neighborhood with a gun, the police not having that, they gunning him down immediately. That's the first one. And the second part about it is too. This is actually weird that you asked me that question because I was kind of thinking about last week. I was talking to my mom, and we was just talking about like family dynamics and stuff like that. And I was kind of trying to tell her that like at the end of the day, she was like, "How would you feel if like you and your sister kind of like grew up and like kind of like grew apart from each other?" And at first I was like, that really would be sad. And then I got to thinking about it, and I was like, in reality though, like all family members really are people that are on this earth that you happen to like share the same blood with.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, I mean, it's really at the end of the day, it's just people you was forced to spend a portion of your life with.
Yeah,
to be honest, but forced by nature.
All right, last one before we get into Geeb. Have your significant other leave you for your best friend, or watch your significant other have sex with someone else?
Have my significant other leave my best friend, watch her have sex with someone else. I would say leave me for my best friend.
Yeah, you gotta leave it for a best friend.
Number one, I'm not watching. Like that's anything.
Yeah, ever to watch, bro.
And second, like you was probably gonna leave anyway.
Yeah,
exactly. If you leave me for my best friend, then you was never. I say if a girl ever cheated on me, like I didn't really get cheated on because she was never mine, bro. Like that's how I rationalize it. Like it's
bro, none of these girls is yours, bro. None of them.
Not it's just your turn. It's just your turn, bro.
It's your turn, bro.
Mm-hmm.
See?
That's real shit.
Bro, I'm not gonna say it for everybody, but I'm saying like that's a problem, bro, that like a lot of dudes have. Bro, and this is gonna be all in the self-care and everything like that, but like men gotta stop thinking they own these women, bro. Like you don't, and that's why a lot of women cheat, or that's why a lot of women don't act right around you because you think you own her, and that's what's making you insecure, and that's what's making her act up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like let her do what she want to do, bro. Let her do what she want to do, and all that's. It's like when you a kid. It's like when you a kid and your mom tell you not to do something, you just want to do it more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know
and it's also certain things that women just go and do. And honestly, like getting mad about it, is really like getting mad at your dog for barking. Like it's just what they gonna do. It's really just what they gonna do. All right. So what I had was definitely a little more serious than pick your poison, but I was on Twitter scrolling down the timeline. You know, the timeline be popping during the coronavirus shit. And it said, "Don't kill me for this, but I think black moms' treatment of their sons are driving black men to date white women. Just my theory."
Ooh.
And then he said, first off, I don't date white women. Secondly off, not all black mothers are toxic. Third, I just wanted to start this conversation.
Yeah, bro. So let's converse.
So let me give you what I said. I wasn't. Guy took it as like him talking about white girls, but I took it as like saying like any like other race besides black girls.
I didn't take it like that because he specifically said white women though.
Wait. Repeat. What y'all mean? What you mean?
So he said, "I'm gonna repeat for you. So don't kill me for this, but I think black moms' treatment of their sons are driving black men to date white women." That was his original tweet.
Oh, okay.
So Guy took it as him talking about white girls, and I took it as like just like any other race besides black girls. So like Asians, Hispanics, so like anything like that.
I could see why you would say that, bro. But you know that in the black community, it's negative connotations of a young black man dating a white woman, bro.
Yeah,
so that's why I kept it strictly white women.
And I agree with you because that's mostly who you see black men with if they're not with black women. And we've all been to predominantly white institutions since high school, middle school, whatever, since we were young. And like we've all grown around it. We've all been white girls at one point in our life. And it's just we want to get your take on it.
I think that I think it's funny that like if you so talking about races other than just white, right? It's crazy because even those races have like a spectrum of blackness to them, like an underlying spectrum of blackness. So it's like you got black, and then it's like all right, Spanish is like more black than Asian. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you know, you get what I'm trying to say? And then like,
that's what Guy was trying to say, that even though that white girls are different from, like, he said that, what were you trying to say? Like that the race
basically what I was saying is that the problem with you saying that was about like any race besides like a white woman is the fact that if you go out or date another race, you're not dating our oppressor. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make it sound dramatic, but historically, the oppressor of blacks has been white people. So, and I think that's where the problem is. You know what I mean?
So then let me tell you what I said, Kyree. I was like, so say like your mom has been like toxic to you, and like say you do get with a black girl and ending up bad, then your perception of black women is going to be bad because of your experience with, like, could be like as little as two people, like your mom and some girl that you date.
They're the closest women that like the closest women to you.
Yeah,
exactly. So if your possession of closest like women to you that are black girls, then you're not gonna want to keep dealing with that in your life. Then that's basically what I said.
My thing is, so your first model of a woman and your first model of a man are your parents. And the thing about, and you basically just follow their model for better or for worse in your life. You're going to follow their model. So your mother is the model of a woman to you, and you're going to go through life like meeting women, and I guess in the back of your head it's always going to be like your mom, not to make it weird, but like it's either you're going to be with a woman that's just like your mom or the complete opposite of your mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I gotta be with a woman that takes care of me, like that takes care of me in similar ways that my mom does. You know what I'm saying? That like, or not even takes care of me, but like has my best. Like, you're never gonna find a woman that has the best interest in you the way your mom does. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like from that aspect, that's kind of where I would like that's definitely like a factor that I'm, you know, taking in the. First off, let me just clear the air right now and say I personally don't think that having a girlfriend is even the way to go. I don't really even cuff like that at this point in my life. So let me just put that out there as a disclaimer. But if I were to, I think that it can definitely like black parents, and for those people who don't know how like what like we mean by like toxic black mom traits is just kind of like what would you like? Yeah, like what would y'all call like toxic?
I think they mean like probably like yelling, like bring you down to this level. Like I brought you here, like I don't
yeah,
I need you before you need me, stuff like that.
The black family dynamic is definitely different than anybody else, because I just think that like it's more of a dictatorship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a collective, oh, like what do you want? No, you just
like
do what I say.
And you're not gonna, and you're
You know
like,
what I mean? And it's no really explanation to it. But I would say that I would never go as far as to call a black mom toxic. I think that's dismissing. I think that's being dismissive of everything that moms black women go through. And I wouldn't say it's toxic. I'd just say it's like they go through a lot, and sometimes they negatively displace that energy. Right. But I mean, they do go through a lot, so I can't even blame them for that.
And then go ahead, Kyree.
I think that a lot of it, like going back on that subject as well, a lot of that, for lack of a better word, because I don't know what else to call it, we can call them like toxic traits or whatever. But a lot of those toxic traits, you got to understand, stem from fear. Like imagine how scary it is as a black mom for your son, you know what I'm saying, to like go outside. You know what I'm saying? And like all you hear on the news every day is like cop kills black man. Like I remember I was having this talk to my sister one day, and my little sister, and she was like, I was like, Dad, Kay, like why is mom always like every time I leave the house, my mom be like, make sure you being safe out there. You better not be out there doing nothing you don't have no business doing. Blah, blah, blah. And like, I also have my license to carry a firearm, right? So like, whenever I leave my house, that's kind of just like, that's like a part of my suit. You know what I'm saying? I got my phone, I got my keys, I got my gun, I got whatever I'm bringing. You know what I'm saying? And I got my bag with my laptop in it. And that's kind of just how I move and I operate. And like my mom, she like a major disagreement that me and my mom have is my mom thinks that like I should never carry a firearm because if I'm a black man, I get seen with a firearm, I'm going to get killed. You know what I'm saying? But it's also like the part that I think that my mom kind of neglects is the places that I go sometime, you know what I'm saying? Or the places that I'm with and the areas that some of my friends live, it's like if I don't have a firearm in that area, maybe a cop won't shoot me, but the bull from down the street might. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
So it's like I understand what she's saying, but at the same time, it's like I gotta protect myself. But getting back to the question, I guess I don't think that I don't know what I think is usually just experience all girls, all types.
Yeah,
and I think that the toxic trait part acts more as like kind of what we were saying before. It's like if all your life you told something is bad, it kind of make you want to just do it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I kind of think that's where a lot of that might come from.
And what I said was that if someone likes you and loves you as like they should and how you want them to love you, then it shouldn't matter what their race is.
A woman?
Yeah.
If a woman does that?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if that's even possible, but okay.
So back to the toxic trait thing. I think
conversation. But go ahead.
Back to the toxic traits thing. I just think it's like their way of preparing us for the outside world. Because I know me, like I grew up in a home where like my parents got divorced when I was like 10, 11 years old. So I lived with my mom most of the time. So she definitely had to play both roles all the time. So of course she was going to be harder on three black boys, you know, because she wanted us to grow up and be the best men we could be.
You had to be strong.
And so she had to, you know what I'm saying, be a little bit more tough on us and give us the tough love. And I definitely understand that. I don't think I would change anything about the way I was raised at all, or anything that happened in my life. So I just think that calling it toxic is very dismissive. And as far as being pushed to date white women, I mean, I definitely have been with my share of white women. But I just don't think I could see myself like now the person I am, I don't think I could see myself in a long-term committed serious relationship with a white woman.
I feel the same way. And part of that is because like that's kind of the other benefit of it is like of experiencing just like all types of girls is like now I kind of know what I like. You want to know what happened? I'll tell you what happened when it clicked in my mind when it was like, yeah, like I'm not going to be able to do this long term. So my ex, right? I ain't gonna say no names, but my ex, right? I had a job in Philly. You used to see me on a train all the time, right, Raggy?
Yeah.
So I was coming home and my ex was with me. We met up in Philly and we were just gonna go back to her house, right? So we was gonna catch the bus to some spot, and then y'all know I ain't really grew up in Philly, so I don't really know where everything is, right? I do know that I'm not supposed to look lost anywhere. Anyway, we catch the bus, right? We get off the bus. We down we in Francisville, we in North Philly. And she on her GPS, like looking around, right? I'm like, I look at her, I was like, I thought you knew where we was going. She was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go on my GPS and then we just gonna take it from here. I was like, you know where we at right now? She was like, not really, but the GPS will just tell me. I was like, no. I was like, we're gonna walk this way and then we're gonna look at the GPS. We're like in the middle of Francisville, like looking around, looking all lost. People all looking at us. I got my work stuff on, my suit on, this little white girl next to me. And that's when it clicked in my mind. I was like, she really doesn't understand like the possible danger that we could be in right now. Like,
yeah,
she really has no idea, like absolutely no idea. And that was when I said,
yeah, you gotta like realize that, like that just
like I think being a black person in America, that shit is a responsibility. Like it comes with a lot, bro. Like I don't think people realize just how much it is. I wouldn't change it for the world, but I think that the more you know that it's a responsibility, I think you'll understand why it's hard to be with a person from a different race, especially white women, because I don't think that they really can fully understand the extent of how serious this shit is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like psychologically we just have more to worry about. You know what I'm saying? It's
Like
like we have to be regular humans, right? And we have to worry about everything that comes with being a regular human. And then
Mhm.
you add our skin color to that, and it changes. It drastically changes kind of just the way that we perceive life, the way that we perceive the world around us. I think that a lot of black people, black men especially too, have a lot of anxiety. You know what I'm saying? I think that
Yeah.
black men are very emotional. I think partly because women are very emotional, and a lot of black men are raised by women. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we're teaching black men how to be men, and we're taking on a lot of those emotional, like feminine traits and things like that. So yeah, that plus the anxiety, plus trying to just be a regular person and function in society. Um, you got, and especially I feel like for people like us that grew up in white neighborhoods, I've always kind of felt like an outcast. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
black people don't really like me because I grew up in a white neighborhood, and then I'm in a
Mhm.
white neighborhood where the white kids are racist. You know
It's
what I'm
like
saying?
it's like we constantly on security mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
always trying to protect our person. Like it's definitely different because I have had conversations with people where they would question my blackness,
Right. Me
and
too.
like I'm that shit really offends me because first of all, you don't know me like that. Like you can't question my blackness. You don't know how I was raised. Like I think I'm more black than a lot of niggas that grew up in the hood. Like your geographical area don't make you more black than
Yeah,
somebody
I
else.
don't, I
Like
don't even I don't even know if it's a such thing as like more black, bro, because
yeah,
you really think about it, like you obviously have you have your black kids that like want to be white. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like the
yeah,
rest of the other black people is like we all, even the black kids that want to be like they're still living the black experience. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't
yeah.
even know if I would necessarily use the term as like saying, oh, this person is like more black than that person. I would just say that that person, like there's a clear distinction into somebody who wants to be white and then somebody who's just like who has like white tendencies but is still like
Yeah.
living the black experience and still trying to like find their footing in the black community.
You know what's crazy about that though? Like you know how we went to like a white high school, so it was weird. What I noticed this later, but like I definitely could understand. I would see like it would be like certain black kids that they chose to be like I guess a token in their little squad or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was definitely like I look back on it, that's kind of weird to me. Like I don't know. But I just feel like the ones that you mentioned that like want to be white, I don't think that they had a moment as
Where
to
they, yeah.
where they like realize, oh shit, I'm different. You know what I mean? I don't think they had that moment yet.
Hmm.
And until you really have that, oh shit, I'm different moment. I mean, kids that grew up like outside of a predominantly black area, like
Mhm.
I've known from jump that, what I'm saying, I'm different. That's just something that I was raised with. Like my parents taught me that. Like you all the two times is hard to get half as far, all that type of shit. So
Yeah.
but I do understand that there's people out here who don't get that. So they just think that everything is all peaches and cream and equal and shit like that.
Right. That's like not being just being naive. Let me ask y'all a question.
Mhm.
That, which I was just talking about. So like I remember, and me and my mom still argue about this to this day. There, I forget where it's at. I think it's somewhere in Aston, but it's something. It's called like the Devil's Pool, like the Devil's Pit, or something like that. Where it's basically like a creek you can go in. It's like a little rope swing or whatever. You can kind of like jump down in
Okay.
it.
Okay.
When I was younger, and like my white friends used to do stuff like that. Like my mom never let me go. Like my mom was always like, "That's for white people. You shouldn't be going out there and doing that. But if something happened, your black ass gonna be the first person that they catch, and then blah blah blah." So like me and my mom always kind of get into that type of stuff because now that I'm older, that sort of like it's for white people thing doesn't really affect me anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like if it's something that I like to do, and it just so happens that white people do it majorly, and I still want to do it, I'm still going to do it regardless of like whether it's for white people or not. Do y'all like? What do y'all think about that?
Like I understand where she was coming from, because you do have to take into consideration, all right, the era that she comes from, it was definitely still some overt racism out there. Like, and I think that at the end of the day, the first job as a mother is to make sure your kids are safe. So I think that's really what it came down to. But I definitely heard that before though. Like, sometimes you don't understand why they say what they say, but it is what it is, to be honest. And it's definitely some white activities I enjoy.
Bro, but my thing is like, my question is like, where is the line drawn between being a mom that your first thing is to protect your kids? Like, where's the line drawn between that and then teaching your kids to live in fear their entire life? Like,
I feel like, and let me speak on this. Like, I feel like my mom was one that didn't really like let me like do much when I was in high school and stuff, because she was just scared like I was just gonna get in trouble, and I'd be like the first one to get in trouble and all that. So like, my high school experience really didn't start till like late junior year, early senior year. Like, that's really like when I started like getting out the house and like doing shit like with y'all and all that.
yeah.
So like, I don't know. That's just my experience on it.
I was mixy in high school regardless.
I know you were mixy. You were
Definitely heavy, super mixy bull. Heavy mixy bull, bro.
Like, I'll be like, yo, Kyree and all them doing that. Like, let me go. She's like, no, keep your ass in the crib.
Yo, bro. It's funny because I was just looking at the yearbook from our graduation year, bro. Nigga, you won like most flirtatious ass nigga. I'm like, well, this really was a mixy ass nigga.
Oh man, I definitely won that, Joe, bro. Hey, listen, I was practicing, but you know what it taught me, bro? High school I'm glad that I kind of was mixing in high school, bro, because now like now that I'm in college and now that I'm grown and everything like that, I'm not gonna say it's all out of me because it's definitely not, but like I have a more clear view of like situations. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like whenever like social situations and like especially situations with women, bro. It's like I already understand your agenda. Like I get what's going on. Like I understand the little game. Like you want me to text you first, and then like you gonna text me back. You gonna wait a whole 2 days to text me back, and then like I gotta text you back. Bro, I don't do none of that anymore, bro. Like if you're not gonna talk to me, if you're not interested in me, it's cool. I'm done. Next jump.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I was mixing in high school, but I definitely had some freedom. So
you're more mixy than I was.
Come on now, bro, relax.
Trying to play the cool guy. I never did nothing. I'd never go out and all that shit. No,
bro, I really didn't, bro. I was chilling in the crib, bro. Come on now.
Y'all got team at Barnaby's, man.
I'll be peeping every single time I'll be there, Kyree.
Yo, you definitely be right out on Gay Street, all that, bro. I'll be seeing you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I be chilling.
Yeah, bro. I don't know, bro. I definitely feel like my high school experience definitely taught me how to be a master at code switch, bro.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Like
definitely.
I was watching Inside the Actor Studio, and Dave Chappelle was on there. And he said like to be black in America is to be bilingual, and that shit really stuck out to me because I was like, that's crazy, because like you really got to know when to turn it on and off, like. And I think that's a talent that most of us have that's like that nobody else can have. Like it's impossible. Like we the only people with that, bro.
Like my roommate had to like learn that shit quick. Like he lived in Philly, like never seen a white person in his life, bro, and had to learn that shit quick coming to college.
Yeah, bro, and it's crazy because you have to use it as a tactic to progress in life. Like, and it's almost sad to say that you can't just progress in life like being your own true black self. Like as sad as that is to say, like it's the truth, bro. Like you can't, like if you want to be successful, bro, just because of the statistics of the fields are dominated by white people, bro, you have to be able to it's all about marketing yourself.
Yeah, bro.
A lot of people say it's like it's selling out, or a lot of people will say this and a lot of people will say that, and it's like, bro, it's the same way that you market a company, bro. You have to appeal to your audience. If you want something, you have to appeal to the people that have it.
Yeah, and you just got to know what face to put on. Like it's important to know that. Like it's not, to me, that was never selling out. I think it's smart to, you know what I'm saying, be able to like change up on a moment's notice. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's a survival instinct.
It's definitely a survival tactic, you know what I mean? Like I know me personally, like my internship over the summer, like I definitely wasn't like I definitely wasn't like my true self until like I was around like the other interns or whatever. But like when I was around like the full-time people and all that, I was like very professional, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
real officey with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Corporate. You gotta put your corporate mask on.
Yeah, you definitely gotta put your corporate mask
For
on.
sure.
So
Especially when you in a minority and you're a minority in an office space. I think that's the most important place to do it. Like
bro,
when
or the caveat to that is you can start your own business and then you don't have to worry about any of that. That's my biggest reason right there
Yeah.
for starting my business,
Yeah.
bro. Like when you create your own source of income and it's enough to be able to sustain you, it
you
creates
can do it how you want.
you can't have peace without freedom. So like the fact that hopefully I ain't gonna even say hopefully because it's definitely gonna be what it is. One day my business will make me like financially free, right? And because of that, and because that it'll be mine and it'll be an asset that I own, I get to have control of the way that I want to dress, the way that I want to talk, who I want to speak with, when I want to speak to people. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be no arrogant, cocky person or anything like that. I'm not going to have to follow the rules of like white society and me having
White corporate America.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that anymore. So
like I never understood like how certain things would affect your ability to be able to perform a task. Like what I mean by that is like dressing in a suit and tie every day to go to work, or like being clean as far as like haircut, or not having a tattoo or whatever, like showing. I don't see how that would, you know what I'm saying, affect your ability to be able to do your job.
yeah, it doesn't, bro. Like during my internship over the summer, it's summertime, bro. I had to wear long sleeve. I got sleeve
Yeah.
tattoos, and I wore long sleeves, bro, for like half the internship. And one day I really just woke up and was like, bro, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not wearing the long sleeve
I'm
anymore.
just throwing on a polo.
Doing it. And then since then, like, that's kind of really where I kind of feel like I started to notice that like this really isn't what, like I don't want to have to be walking on eggshells all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for sure. Like I think ownership is very important, especially for Black people, because you just get to move how you want to move, and like you being on your own terms as a Black man is something that's so underrated. Like it's important for us, I think, to have some aspect of control. Because
yeah,
if
bro,
we don't, then we just feed in the same system that keeps us down.
definitely. The first law of nature is self-preservation.
For sure. That's deep.
Yeah, sure.
So back to the question, like what y'all conclusion on it? Like
Our
do
conclusion
y'all
is
think that
that
it could be?
I don't think it's the Black moms that's causing this. You gotta like who you like. That's my conclusion out of it.
I think that part of it comes from the Black, and again, I don't think that the Black mom thing is a place from like is a place of toxicity. I think that it comes from a place of fear.
Yeah.
But I think that as like when you're young and you kind of have that experience, like I said, it's like when your parents tell you not to do something and you kind of have more of a you get more like curious, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I also think that part of it is just being a man, bro. Like part of it,
Yeah.
like men, we just like I want to experience different. I like to experience different women. That's just how I am. I don't care you white, Black, Puerto
For
Rican,
sure.
you
For
bad.
sure.
Man.
For me, I think it's just it's all about environment and experience. You know what I mean? Like it's about where you are and what you go through. I
Definitely.
really think that it's that simple. I don't think that people can force you to change your mind, you know what I mean, on a whole group of people based on one experience you had. I just think that's narrow minded, and you know what I'm saying, I think it's dumb to close your, you know what I'm saying, your purview just to to one specific thing off of one specific experience.
Yeah, it's made it rough though. Like whenever I'm like, if I'm dating a black woman at the time, bro, there's been times where like I was out with a black woman or I was dating a black woman or whatever, and she asked me if I ever dated a white girl before, and I said yeah, and that was just like the end of that. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like,
bro. I remember one day, like we was talking about it. We was talking about it in the calf one day, and I'm like, and you was like, yeah, the black girls don't really fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because they know that I was fucking with so and so. Not to put your business out there.
yeah, it's cool.
But yeah, I mean that definitely happens too. I think that could possibly be more of a reason than, you know what I'm saying, than moms. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because then it's like if y'all like, I don't have no problem with y'all, but it seemed like y'all got a problem with me, so it's really not even up to me.
Why would I talk to y'all? Yeah.
It's really not even up to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, you know, but then
I
again,
definitely
like I got away with words, so it don't
yeah.
that ain't really been a factor for me as of late.
Yeah, bro. But I definitely have seen that, like that happen to some people. Like they'll the a black woman will definitely get mad when they see a black man with a white chick. I
Yeah,
mean, I don't judge anybody. My only problem is when a black dude get with another race and then start bashing on black women. That's
yeah,
my biggest problem.
yeah,
Those are the worst type of individuals ever, bro. Like,
yeah.
fuck
Black
you,
men
dude.
that say they don't date black women, that's just weird to me.
Yeah, like or they just got something negative to say about black women all the time. Like that's like, bro, like you're the weirdo, bro.
Yeah.
like there's anything to say out your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
bro.
You
I
good
just want
catching the Jordan doc tonight?
Huh?
Been keeping up on the Last Dance?
Nah, bro. I don't pay attention to that type of stuff. I don't care,
yeah,
bro.
bro.
I really don't care for real, bro. Like I don't care. Last Dance, like, all right, Michael Jordan sells sneakers to, bro. His demographic of people that he sells sneakers to is all poor black kids, but his sneakers is $200.
Yeah, I seen
That's
that.
facts.
I don't care what he's doing.
All right, bro. Well, I just wanted to say thank you for coming, spending your time with us, bro. It's Sunday, bro. I know you probably had other things to do. So
Of course, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, of course. Anytime, man. I can't wait to be on next time when we talk about the next project.
All right, for sure, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
of course, man. I'll catch y'all later.